Yeah, that title's not clickbait. That shit actually happened. What's going on, you guys? My name is Damien, or you can call me Daze, and today I have an insane story time about the time I helped kidnap somebody. Now, obviously, I didn't intend for this to happen, but with the circumstances I'm about to tell you, you would be surprised too. Now, this story time begins somewhere 2 years ago when I had recently lost my job, or quit my job, really, and I made a whole story time about that. I definitely recommend you check it out. I quit my backdoor closet job to go see my friend, and I ended up having a lot of free time on my hands. And just so happened during that time, my friend was taking a road trip to Texas and he needed one other person to drive at night. I didn't really have anything else going on and didn't really have any money, but I was like, fuck it. I'm going to Texas. Let's give this friend the name John. Now, John was a pretty cool dude. I met him back when I was still in high school, and I volunteered to help students in their classrooms. Kind of like a teacher helper. And he was one of those students. So he hit me up on Instagram and was like, hey man, I need somebody to go on this overnight trip to Texas. I'm picking up a friend. And I didn't ask any questions because, like I said, I had nothing else going on. I didn't have any money. And I wanted something fun to do. And plus, I've never been on a road trip before, so I definitely was gonna go just based off that fact alone. So I packed 2 things worth of clothes and woke up the next morning bright and early for that road trip. So John hits me up and tells me that it's gonna be 1,000 miles pretty much from where I am, from Florida, all the way to Texas, which was fine by me. So we get in the car to start this 3-day journey, and let me just say, man, it was beautiful. I mean, the sightseeing, the buildings, all the states that we went through, it was just absolutely amazing. We drove through Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, all pretty goddamn cool places. And I got to play Juice WRLD all the time. Yo, shout out to Juice WRLD. If you guys listen to Juice WRLD, I love you, okay? I love you. And Josh introduced me to some pretty cool bands that I will be playing on all of my future road trips. So we finally get to Texas, and our first night there, it was supposed to be a 2-day trip. We were supposed to drive over there, grab the person, and then drive back. Pretty much no stopping. However, that's not how it went because we had complications on picking up the person on the first day, so we had to wait. And we stayed in like the airport parking garage, and we had to like pay for everything over there. Yeah, let me give you a quick heads up. They don't have you pay when you first get in. You gotta pay when you leave. So we wake up the next morning. Mind you, it is hot as fuck in that car. No AC. I mean, it had to be turned off, obviously, throughout the night. So we wake up, we're both sweating our fucking balls off. So we're like, yeah, we need a shower and some food, and we need to get the hell out of here. So we collect ourselves and start headed to the gate, just to be met with the restriction bar saying that, oh yeah, we need to pay for our stay. And when I tell you I had just enough to pay for it, just enough on my card, I literally had a prayer. I had a prayer before I swiped my card. And it worked. Thank God. So I swiped my card and we were off to find a Planet Fitness to take a shower. So we're driving around trying to find this Planet Fitness, and I end up realizing that my Planet Fitness card / membership had expired, so we couldn't even use the showers. So now we're both smelling like sweaty man ass with no shower, no food, and just overall miserable. And then we just so happened to stop right next to a mom and pa restaurant. Did we have any money? The only money that we had left was spare change. I had about $10 in cash, and John only had money for gas. So we walk in and order our food, and let me show you what we had. Yeah, take a good look at that burger. Look at the succulency of that burger. Look at that. Look at the delicacy. It's beautiful. The patty is so big you can't even see the bun. The cheese, look at how that cheese melt on that big. God dang. And I want you to tell me how much you think this burger is. Go ahead, take your time. I'll wait. If you said $12, you'd be wrong. If you said $10, wrong again. If you said free, you'd be right, because we stole it. Yep, we ran right out of that mom and pop restaurant. I am so sorry, you guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that horrible. I might kidnap people, but I don't steal. That's wrong. That burger, as in total, with a drink, ended up being $8. Oh yeah, let me also say that the gas in Texas was fucking phenomenal. The gas in Texas was like $2.99. It was incredible. It literally made me tear up and cry. But we eat our food, which was delicious. and we go to pick up John's friend. Mind you, I had never met this person before. I was just going along with the ride. We go to pick her up somewhere in Houston, and she hops right in, and now we're on our way back. And for most of the car ride, I didn't say much to her because, you know, like I said before, I didn't really know her, and she wasn't really the talkative type, so I just kind of left it where it was. I did my part in driving, John did his part, and on the last kind of stretch of the night, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna drive us all the way back home. The last 14 hours was on me. Yes, I literally sat there for 14 hours driving. So we finally get back to John's house and everything is smooth sailing. I hang out with John for a little bit. He shows me some more guitar stuff and I leave. About 2 weeks later, he hits me up to hang out at his house and I was like, sure, why not? Sounds like a blast. I go over to his house and I see that it is not only John, but it's also the girl and her boyfriend. Thought was strange. Come to find out, he took a flight all the way down to Florida from Houston. Why didn't the girl take a flight from Houston? See, I wasn't asking those kinds of questions. Like I said, I was just there for the ride. So I go over there, hang out with them for a little bit. They seemed like cool people and we played Cards Against Humanity. Quick little disclaimer, I never really found that game fun. I don't know what it is with people. Or hell, I don't know what it is with me. I just, you know, not really my style. Anyways, that's irrelevant. I leave, I say goodbye to everyone, and I don't hear from John for about 2 months. So 2 months goes by and he hits me up out the blue and he tells me that he's actually moving to another state and that we should hang out again. And I was like, sure, man, sounds like a great idea. What's going on with the girl we got from Texas? And he just so happened to drop a bombshell on me. John casually says, oh yeah, she's on the run. Oh yeah, man, I forgot to tell you. And I was like, what? What is it, John? What did you forget to tell me? He said apparently the girl, I'll give her the name Brittany. Brittany was running away from home and called John to pick her up. And John couldn't do it by himself, so he called me. And you might be wondering, how did John find out about this? Before we get to that part, please, you guys, if you guys made it this far into the video, go ahead and please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out more than you know, and I appreciate it. It's a small channel, you guys. I want to push it out there. On the road to 200 subscribers. Come on, we're this close. We gotta get there, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video, and you're amazing. So John tells me after we picked her up and took her back to Florida, her boyfriend got a flight over to where we are and ran away from home too, but he had some money, that's how he got the flight. And a few days after I left the house on the second hangout, John gets a knock on his door, and when he goes to answer it, he didn't give me specific details, but I'm imagining it's this big dude with a trench coat, sunglasses, and like a fedora, kind of similar to the guy who was in the Billie Jean music video. So John answers the door and see the guy from the Billie Jean music video and another woman. The Billie Jean guy says that I'm a private investigator and I have reason to believe that Bryson is at this house. And Bryson turned out to be Brittany's boyfriend. Now, you might be asking, how did they find them? I, to this day, still don't know. I'm assuming Bryson turned off his location because that would be a rookie mistake, but I wouldn't put it past a private investigator to just track down a phone like that because he probably was still using it. Now, John didn't put much of a fight and invited them in, and as soon as Bryson and Brittany saw who it was at the door, they ran outside the back patio door on some Bonnie and Clyde shit. And then John tells me that they were never heard from or seen again from him. Hopefully they returned home, but as of right now, that's as far as I know. I wasn't given any more insight, nor was John on the whereabouts of what happened after that. Luckily, me nor John got into any trouble about this because obviously we didn't know. I felt like I was more in the dark than John was. I feel like he should have raised a few more suspicious eyebrows, but hey, we're kids, you know. We're young, dumb, and broke, so, you know, what can you do? And to this day, I'm still really good friends with John. John, if you're watching this video and you know who you are, shout out to you, man. You're fucking amazing. Yeah, so I was able to put that all in perspective. I went over state lines, kidnapped someone, and my friend harbored a fugitive and harbored them under his wing. Yeah, we were damn lucky nothing happened to us. But what can I say? That's the day in the life of Days. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah, we about to fuck, she pull my pants down. No time, hold up, nigga, time out. Bitch, I need